Hi class, my name is Gabrielle Stepanek, and for my behavior management project, I decided to specialize the behavior management in autistic children. So my project where I wrote my steps are a lot bit more lengthy, but I'll try to give it brief as I give an example story throughout my recording. So I would like to give an example based on a student that I worked with. His name is Vincent. He is autistic and he is 8 or 9 years old. So he's in later elementary student. So he's a little older. While I was working in the classroom, I got the opportunity to interact with different teachers and different students amongst the classroom, because at the school that I was working at, that I was shadowing at, they believed in more integrating. So Vincent was in a classroom with, I believe he was one of 3 autistic students in the classroom, while the other ones didn't have autism. So they believed in mixing the classroom so the students can build different types of learning curves that would, from other students. While I was in the classroom, I noticed that there were occasional triggers with Vincent. He grew up as almost, from what the teacher explained, was the iPad generation. So in her classroom, she had so if they had free time, they were allowed to be on their phone or an iPad, and they could do whatever games they want as long as they weren't disruptive. Well, I remember this day, Vincent was being a little bit more disruptive. He was being loud, playing the game loud, and the teacher told him 3 times, hey, you need to, turn it down, or, you're going to get taken away. Well, he became loud after she patiently asked him and tried to reinforce him the 3rd time. And she said that you're going to have to get it taken away, in which he threw a tantrum. He was, throwing his book bag on the floor, throwing pencils, papers, just throwing a tantrum like a child would to try and get his way. So I don't really know too much about his background. I believe from what the teacher told me, they found out that he had autism later, or at least from what she thinks the parents tried to not hide the fact that he had autism, but almost didn't want to acknowledge it. They didn't diagnose him till mid elementary school. So he went on for a while just showing behaviors and just getting his way through things. So, when he threw a tantrum, it was almost normal. So when I was observing the tantrum, I watched the teacher. She remained calm during the entire thing. She said, he wants a reaction, so you can't do anything, which I totally get. You don't want to coddle a child that's screaming and rolling on the floor and throwing things, because it reinforces it. So after he let out most of his outbursts, she calmly went up to him and asked, would you like to try again? We can, and she started to positive reinforce him. She said, I don't think you need the iPad for the remainder of the day or for the remainder of the quiet time. So she offered him any sensory objects, almost like a fidget spinner. They had a fidget cube. So she offered that to him, in which he complied, and he settled down and he began to relax again. But I just found it interesting how she said that it was becoming more and more common seeing students even without autism doing a lot of these behaviors. But I just found it interesting, and I know I based mine off of behavior management with autism. So I hope this helped. Thank you.